Welcome up here to the Tiger Night Invitational at Kemper Catholic High School this year. Jeff Blakeman and Bill Kane with you here today as we are getting set for the finals today, Bill. And been a pretty exciting and pretty fast day here today. What have you thought so far of the tournament?
Well, there's been a lot of falls. I think in the first round there was one match that wasn't a fall. And in the second round it was going, the semis on the front and the backside were also going very quickly. But when we got to the consolation wrestlebacks, to see who was going to wrestle for third and fourth, who fifth and sixth. Almost all of them went six or got late in the third period, so it was a little different matchup there. But yeah, it should be some great matches.
Should absolutely be. St. Edmunds right now in first in team scores with 170. Manson Northwest Webster in second with 159, and Guthrie Center in third with 138.5 team points. We're going to focus in on just the finals here today, the championship matches, starting off at 106 pounds. And Bill, we should have a pretty good one here. Joseph Rogers from Denison Schleswig taking on Ryan Zalat from St. Ed's.
And yeah, they're two pretty good wrestlers. The Denison wrestler got there with 11-0 win in the fall, and St. Edmunds got there with a bye in the fall. So they've handled their opponents pretty well, but this should be a pretty good matchup right here. Now ready to go out there on the mat. It's Denison in the purple, St. Edmunds in the green. Typical start of a match. Little stepping, trying to get a little hand control. Rogers snapped down the head a little bit, trying to get a headlock. Zalat trying to get a little bit away. There's, again, to come with a headlock, drops to the knee. But really no shot. There comes the first shot of the match. Tries to come back out.
And Bill, at 106 pounds, Ian Dreesen from Carroll just getting a fall to win fifth place here today.
I hear there was Zalat trying to get around to the outside, and Rogers was able to spin around enough to get out of bounds, so no points awarded. There comes a shot from Zalat right away. This time Rogers sprawled out pretty good, tried to get that head to an ankle, but not there. Zalat does a nice snap by, gets a two. But Rogers still has an arm tied up. Now Zalat goes to a cradle. Zalat trying to get to cradle, now gets him tipped up, starting to get some back points. Looks like the official has three fingers out already, so it's going to be a 3-point move there. Now it's 5-0 for Zalat over Rogers. Zalat tries to slide the leg in. Rogers straightens the leg out so he can't get there. Now Zalat just coming under the pit, trying to tie things up. Rogers tried to work up a little bit. 25 left here in the first period with a 5-0 lead for Zalat.
And Bill, with St. Ed's going for that championship overall as a team, getting a victory here at 106 would really get them off to a nice start here in the finals. It
would. This is worth 4 points plus any extra points you can get. So yeah, it makes a difference. You get the points between first and second as we count down here late in the first period. So it's Ryan Zalat, St. Edmunds over Joseph Rogers from Denison, 5-0. It'll be Zalat's choice. He defers. Rogers looks like he's going to go down. Rogers makes a little bit of crawling out to the front, comes up, but Zalat's got an arm tied up and takes him right back down to the mat. Did a pretty good job of crunching the hips there and keeping the pressure on him. Trying to dig in a chicken wing, trying to dig in a half. He's trying to put pressure on. Keeping Rogers pretty flat on the mat. Rogers trying to pick his hands free. Works back to his base. Zalat comes right away, pins that arm. Slop sides and gets to the top of the arm. Now Rogers tries to come up with a switch. Zalat follows around. A lot of pressure. He's got that good cross face. Looks like he's trying to maybe get to another cradle like he had in the first period. Rogers dropping those hips down. Starts to go out of bounds. 48 seconds left here in the second period. Still 5-0 with Ryan Zalot, St. Edmunds leading Joseph Rogers. Got those 5 points in that first period. So far in the second, we stayed pretty neutral. Granby roll there, just followed right through by Zalot. Just rolled right with him. And got that wrist tied up front. Rogers trying to work on those hands, but not having a lot of success. Zalot doing a nice job of keeping the pressure on. Zalot's trying to work in a chicken wing here on the left. Not having a lot of success getting tied. There's the official giving Rogers a stalling warning. Now Zalot tilts him over and getting some back points. There's the end of the period, and he'll give him 2 back points to make it now 7-0. Ryan Zalot, St. Edmund over Joseph Rogers going here into the third period. Zalot's choice is to go down. Now Rogers tied up that arm. Zalot tries to come to his feet, got the hands out, going to get his 1. Makes it 8-0. Rogers right into a nice double. Nice reshot off of that single, or off the escape. Nothing yet. He needs to work up the back if he's going to get the takedown, but he sat him down on his butt, gets the leg hook. Now if he can just work up the back a little bit, there it comes. There's the 2 takedown to make it now 8-2. Zalot over Rogers. Now Rogers got a 2-on-1, trying to keep some pressure. Lets that go.
Wrestling on mat number 3 at 120 pounds. Fifth place match.
Zalot pops out. Going to turn in, get a 2, nice 2 reversal. Takes now a 10-2 lead. Zalot's going to keep the pressure on. Rogers needs to work up. He's already been warned for stalling once.
Joe Minkler from Pocahontas just taking 5th place in the win over here in the 5th place matchup at 113 pounds.
And again, Zalot kind of content. He's got that extra point for the team. Got the far arm tied up. 30 seconds left here in the third period. 10-2 lead. There's another stalling. That'll be 1 point for Zalot. Rogers got to bring the hips up. He does. A little bit of an attempt to set out, but Zalot's just going to stay right there with the pressure on. He's got a chicken wing hooked up. He'll step out to the front a little bit. Then he comes back. He's not going to take a chance here with the last second. So there's the winner. At 106, Ryan Zalot from St. Edmunds over Joseph Rogers Denison by a score of 11-2, which will give St. Edmunds 5 more points on their lead for the team. Coming up here at 113, we'll have Caden McClintock from St. Edmunds against Austin Malloy from Elkhorn-Kimballton, Exira Elkhorn-Kimballton.
And Bill here real quick on mat 2 here in the 3rd place matchup. It is Grossman from Kimber right now, and the wrestler Chase Bolton from New Manson Northwest Webster going into overtime, tied at 8 apiece.
And I know Gross was behind 8-3 a little bit ago, so he came up with 5 points there to get that thing tied up. Over here in the championship 113, they're at her. Malloy went low, and then McClintock ducked underneath and going to get 2 out of that. Got the takedown, got a chicken wing in here on the left. Ties up the wrist on the right, trying to run the head. Lost the wrist. Going to come back around front, put a leg in. And they're going to call it for headgear came off the Elkhorn-Kimballton wrestler.
So still 2-0 over on the championship match. 8-8 still our score, 20 seconds left in the first overtime period. And there is the win for Brandon Gross.
Down here now, Malloy tried to come out the front, and McClintock just broke him back down, trying to work on that chicken wing on that left side. Now working a little bit of power half. He's trying to tie up that left side, and Malloy just getting that left arm out in front so he can't get much tied up. McClintock really wants to work on that left side. I think he's got that chicken wing in again. Trying to get a wrist on the right. And without the wrist, and Lloyd's able to put the pressure going the other way, and the official stops it from potentially dangerous. He needs to get that wrist tied up so he can't turn that way. Back to the middle, still 2-0, 50 seconds left here in the first period. There's another Granby roll. He stops the Granby this time. McClintock brings him back to his base. He's got a leg hooked up, trying to get it tilt out. Got a cradle hooked up. Now he's going to go across. Trying to bring him through on a suicide, loses the cradle, and Malloy comes out in front, able to get one escape, and they're going to step out of bounds. But now we've got a 2-1 match with 26 seconds left. So Malloy able to break it down to a 1-point match. Just have a little word with him about a little extracurricular out of bounds. There comes in McClintock, nice drop back down, gets into the leg, trying to come out the backside. Malloy drops down. McClintock trying to work around, needs to get his right arm out, work up the hip back. Malloy just hanging on there in the crotch, trying to get a stalemate call. There comes the 2 takedown right at the last second, so that will make it a score of 4-1. McClintock over Malloy here at the 113-pound championship. It's going to be Malloy's choice. He's going to defer to McClintock, and he's going to go down.
Andrew Earlbeck in a little trouble right now for Bill over here on mat 3 in the 5th place match. Trying to fight out behind right now the wrestler, Peyton Sitzman from St. Edmunds.
Okay, Jim Brook, the officials, just stopped the match. McClintock must have a little blood either on his nose or his lip. Not actually counting blood time, they're just going to be a little cleanup time.
Let's bring you down here real quick to this 3rd mat. Just to show you a little bit of action. Andrew Earlbeck from Kemper Wrestling right now, as they'll get the wrestlers back out here on mat 1. The championship match will go back over to Bill.
And McClintock leads 4-1 here at the start of the 2nd period. Started to come up and right back down. Malloy went into a half, trying to put some pressure on. McClintock up to his feet, gets his one, hits a nice throw, gets the takedown. Doesn't catch him to his back, but he's still got some arms tied up. Now he's going to have him over on his back, and Malloy does a nice job rolling back through. McClintock still got the pressure with the far arm. Trying to get some back points out of this. Picks up the near leg, but they're going to go out of bounds. He's going to get 2 back points. So now we've got a 9-1 match. So McClintock starting to open it up a little bit. We got 1:35 left here in the 2nd period. Little headgear issue. Changing headgears. They're having trouble with the other one. Malloy gets that snapped up. He'll be down and ready to go. Here we are to start. 1:35. McClintock on top. Sit out by Malloy. McClintock gets that left arm tied up. He likes to work on that left side. Malloy keeps spinning underneath. Came over the top of the ankle, trying to get that hooked up. There comes what we used to call BV roll. Brook signaling a locked hands on there. We got 2 reversal and 1 technical violation. So Malloy gets 3 points there, 1 for the locked hands and 1 for the reversal. Makes it 9-4 here with 50 seconds left in the 2nd period. Now Malloy's got that cross face in there. Lets that go, tries cross face the other side. McClintock brings his hips up. Again, McClintock trying to get Malloy a little high, gets him up, now spins around in front. McClintock pops ahead through legs, trying to come up, out the back end. Now McClintock trying to pop that head free, does. There's a reversal. Makes it now 11-4, McClintock over Malloy.
Peyton Sitzman from St. Edmunds just taking 5th place in a victory over Andrew Earlbeck from Kemper.
Okay, McClintock got the arm barred all the way across. Trying to keep some pressure on, but the time here is going to run out. So after 2 periods, it's Caden McClintock, St. Edmunds 11, and Austin Malloy, Exira Elko, and Kimballton by 4. 3rd period is going to be McClintock's choice, and he's going to take top. And then a little sit out and a follow. McClintock trying to get into a switch, trying to spin around. Trying to get the hips, got one leg in, trying to get the other leg hooked. McClintock trying to grab that ankle and keep him from getting there. And there's a 2 reversal. He's got to there. Now he's got to be able to tip him back with a tilt. Got both legs in. Trying to work his hips on top, trying to get to that power half. Putting some pressure on McClintock. McClintock's got a pretty good base under him. Needs to get the hips over, and he's going to get a tilt.
Bill Malloy sounds like he's had a nice little comeback here after falling really down in that first period.
He's coming back on him. He's trying to anyway, and he's got it back down to 5 points. Now he's up on top. He's got to get the hips broke down if he's going to use those legs at all. Otherwise, the official's going to call stalemate, and there it comes. So we'll go back with 1:04 left here in the 3rd period and 11-6 score with McClintock on top. McClintock starts up, doesn't switch, spins out to the side. Malloy keeps the head. McClintock pops ahead, now gets a reversal, make it 13-6. He's coming with a power half, trying to put pressure on. This time Malloy's kind of staying flat down under there, maybe give McClintock an opening. Again, he likes to work on that left side. Gets the arm barred. This time he's got a little more time left with that arm barred clear cross. Now Malloy gets the arm back free and out front. There comes the stalling call, because Malloy staying pretty flat under there, but Malloy comes right back up, hips up, trying to put pressure on McClintock. And now he's back down flat. He's going to have to start working up, or he's going to get nailed again, because Brooks a pretty good official, and he wants you to keep working. We're down to 10 seconds left. McClintock's keeping those hips broke down, not letting Malloy come up. There's the end of the 3rd period, and Caden McClintock, St. Edmunds defeats Austin Malloy, Exira Elko, and Kimballton by, well, they raced it. I mean, I think it was 13-6. 13-6 was the final score.
So St. Edmunds taking the championship in the first 2 weight classes here today.
And that'll definitely help them on the team title.
Now we're going to get Justin Coltved from Carroll in action against Lane Rummelhart from Guthrie Center. And been impressed with Coltved so far this season, Bill.
I haven't had a chance to watch him today, and so this will be the first I've got to see him. But both wrestlers had a bye in the first round, but had a fall in the semis to get here. So, you know, it should be a good match, but we'll see. Coltved had the #1 seed, and Rummelhart was #2. See what happens here beginning of the period. We're just both kind of looking each other over. There comes a tie and an underhook. Like Coltved wants to use that throw, and he does. He catches that cow catcher and takes him right to his back. He's a very physical wrestler. Now he steps over, got 2 legs hooked in, and there's a pin. Only took 19 seconds for Justin Coltved from Carroll. Kind of caught that underhook and threw him over, and then got both legs in and got it tied up tight. And Justin Coltved will be the champion with a 19-second fall over Lane Rummelhart from Guthrie Center.
And Ian Dreesen from Carroll, or Evan Dreesen, excuse me, just taking 5th place at 126 pounds.
Now here in the finals at 126, you got Alexander Schmitz from Kemper going against Nick Johnson from St. Edmunds. Schmitz had a bye in the first round and a pin in the second, and Johnson had 2 pins. So again, it could be a pretty good match here. Smith's a much shorter wrestler, a little stockier. Goes into a Russian tie, tries to snap it by. Tries to get in up and tight. Johnson gets that arm free. But now Smith wants to go right back into that tie, but he kind of walks himself into a little trouble. But they push each other out of bounds. So a minute 43 left here in the first. And Smith's trying to get a little hands. Nick Johnson doesn't want to get in real tight with him. Looks like Smith's trying to get in onto that tie a little bit. There comes a nice step under. Gets into that leg, trying to turn hard right. He's coming hard. Able to spin back around and get his two. Nice move there by Schmitz. Got into the leg, got him down, and then spun back the opposite direction to get the takedown. So with a little over a minute left here, Schmitz takes a 2-0 lead in the championship. Johnson looks like he just comes up with pretty good base. We can't see what Schmitz is working on up front. Hooks that ankle. Trying to keep him from going out of bounds. Looks like Johnson kind of wants to slide that way to get a new start. And they're going to get it. Okay, with 35 seconds left, it's Alexander Schmitz from Kemper with a 2-0 lead over Nick Johnson from St. Edmunds. Schmitz, #1 seed. Johnson, the #2 seed. Johnson works his way to his feet, trying to work some hands. Schmitz slips down to the legs, picks him up, out of bounds with 26 seconds left here in the first period. And Johnson did a nice job getting his feet and his hands, but Schmitz lowered the elevation and got right into those legs and was able to take him back to the mat. This time Schmitz trying to work up again. Got the hand control. Schmitz comes into a body lock. He's going to drop him back to the mat. He has to let the hands go because he wasn't on his back. And Schmitz takes him down, 25 seconds left. They didn't start the clock. Got to start the clock. They're adjusting it a little bit. See how many seconds they want to take off. Official over to the table. They're going to run her down. Looks like 14 seconds left. So they're going to take about 12, 13 seconds off the clock that they wrestled without it started. Excuse me. So it will be Nick Johnson, St. Edmunds going down here with 14 seconds left. Alexander Schmitz will come in on top with a 2-0 lead. Schmitz started to come up that time. Schmitz grabs that ankle and breaks him down. Keeps him pretty flat. Got the hips pinned to the mat pretty good this time. Not going to let Johnson get to his feet and try and get something loose. And that looks like where we're going to end the first period with Alexander Schmitz Kemper up 2-0 here at the 126-pound championship. That was Johnson's choice. He's going to defer, and looks like Schmitz going to take down. Johnson on top. Schmitz sits out to a switch right away, keeping pressure on. He's going to come all the way around and score the reversal to take a 4-0 lead. Johnson tries to get to his feet, does. Schmitz again drops into those legs and drives him on out of bounds. So every time that Johnson gets to his feet, he doesn't get his hips away far enough, and Schmitz is able to drop down low and get into those legs and keep control. Here's Schmitz trying to get to his feet again. Or Johnson trying to get to his feet again. Schmitz trying to tie up a hand to keep him down there. There he breaks him down to the mat. Schmitz working under the pitch, trying to tie up the wrist. Keeping that near leg hook, trying to lift a little pressure, driving forward. Trying to slip a half in. Got the right side tied up with that wrist.
Wrestling on mat number 2, third place, 126.
Smith switches over to the left side. So he's going to try and pull it out, maybe get to a bar. Can't quite get it out.
Harley Jansen from Manson Northwest Webster just winning his third place matchup.
Smith tried to do a little bit of a tilt, gets himself out of position, does a nice job spinning around, going out of bounds. We have 51 seconds left here in the Second period with Smith's up 4-0. Johnson will still be down. Good. Johnson tries to get to those feet, trying to work on hands. Smith drops into a little bit of a Navy ride. Got that ankle, trying to work up. And he comes up, touches under the pitch, trying to tie up some wrists. Can't quite get it back to a bar where he'd like it. Keeping a lot of pressure on it. Johnson keeps scooting out to the side and getting the pressure off. So nice job by both wrestlers. Down to 10 seconds left here. Smith's just going to ride him out here, I think, in this second period. There we go. End of 2. It's Alexander Schmitz-Kemper up by 4-0 over Nick Johnson, St. Edmunds, the 126-pound championship. And Johnson's choice, and he's going to choose to go back down. Didn't have a lot of luck on his feet against Schmitz, and he didn't have a lot of luck riding him, but been getting close, trying to get to his feet. Again, he tries to get up. Smith breaks him back down. Gets the 2-on-1. Now he's trying to come out to that bar. Smith keep a lot of pressure on. Johnson trying to spin out the other direction. He can't quite get that arm pulled up. Johnson doing a nice job keeping that up. Smith's not going to let him get that arm back out in front. He just keeps that pinned under, and as long as that's under there, there's not a whole lot Johnson can do. But he keeps working to pull it out for a bar. We're down to a minute left here in the final period. Smith's up 4-0. He's keeping the pressure on. Not taking a lot of serious chances, but he keeps working to try and tie something up so he can get a fall, or at least get some more back points. Now he lets the wrist go. Comes with a crossface. Tries something different. Johnson staying pretty flat under there. Hasn't come up for a while. He needs to start working those hips up. Smith back on that left side wrist. Ten seconds left here in the third period. Smith's again just riding pretty tough, keeping the pressure on the hips so that Johnson doesn't get him up in the air where he can get a lot done. That's going to be the end of the third period. It's going to be Alexander Schmitz from Kemper winning the championship here at 126 over Nick Johnson from St. Edmunds by a score of 4-0. So it'll be Kemper's first champion. Okay, here at 132, it'll be Jared Ascheid from Kemper in the championship match against Jordan Rosenboom from Manson. Again, Jared Ascheid was #1 seed. Jordan Rosenboom was #2. Not sure what they're waiting on.
Eddie Harvey won the 5th place match over here for St. Edmunds at 132 pounds.
We've got an issue here, and I'm not sure what it is. Okay, officials finally ready. Here we go. Rosenboom drops to a knee. Ascheid spins around behind. Looks like 2 to me, but it doesn't happen. There, the official finally gives the 2. He's got that inside hook with his ankle and ready to go to what we call BB roll. But they go out of bounds with a minute 46, and Ascheid already with a 2-0 lead. Ascheid, a 2-time state place winner, so he's in pretty good shape out there. Keeps that post arm. If you've ever watched Jared Russell, he never gets too excited about anything. He knows where he's at, what his opponent's doing, and just kind of takes care of business. Keep a lot of pressure on with a head lever over there on the right side. Rosenboom slips the wrist free. Now Jared's got it again. He's going to bring it. I thought he was going to bring it across. Now he hooks up a cradle. Going to pop him over. No count yet. Going to spin him all the way around and then spin around behind him. Rosenboom tries to come to his feet and gets one. So Jared's taking a few more chances, but he knows where he's at, so it's not like he's in trouble out there. So they're back on their feet. I think the table's asking if there were any back points. Official says no. We're down to minute 6 here left in the first period. Jared gets into that leg, dropped low and got deep. Now he switches to both, pops Rosenboom to his butt, working up the back, and there's 2 to make it 4-1. I'm sure he'll just try to slowly work him back up, and they're getting back points now. He's already counting them, and Jared's not letting Rosenboom get his arms out. So Jared's already got another 3, and if he can walk him up a little further and maybe get a fall here. Rosenboom trying to hoist him out of there. Jared keeps that half, keeps the pressure on. Got a nice half, picking up the near leg, driving the pressure. 30 seconds left here in the first period. Rosenboom's got a loose shoulder, and he's going to be able to slip kind of out of that. There's the 3 points to make it 7-1. 19 seconds left here in the first period. Jared with 2-on-1, tried a little bit of a tilt. There he goes again with the 2-on-1 tilt, getting back points. Probably not going to get a fall there unless he can work up. But he does get 2 more back points to make it a 9-1 match. So at the end of the first period, Jared Ascheid up 9-1 over Jordan Rosenboom, from Manson. So Ascheid pretty much controls Ascheid's choice, and he defers. Rosenboom's going to take neutral. I'm sure Jared will go right back into that lower leg attack he's got 2 takedowns off of. Bit of hand checking. Jared's the drop into the double. Nice arch. Drops him over, got back points with it. You can catch him, and I don't know if he's going to get more than... There's the fall with 28 seconds gone in the second period. So in 2:28, Jared Ascheid becomes Kemper's second champion, this time at 132 over Jordan Rosenboom from Manson. And so that gives Kemper champions at 26 and 32. Carroll High had one at 120.
So 3 straight champions, Bill, from our hometown teams here.
That's nice.
And all 3 of the guys that got into the championship round pick up championships.
Yeah.
And all of them really controlling their matches.
Yeah, 2 of them with pins, and Schmitz didn't get a pin, but he was definitely in control all the way. Now at 138, we got Peyton Rice from Manson against Matt Stump from St. Edmunds. Peyton Rice, the coach's son. His dad, a 3-time champion. I don't know how many Peyton has had, but he's also a very, very, very good wrestler. He easily gets that first takedown, tied up that arm, stacks the head. Got him stacked up in there. There's the fall. Took him 27 seconds. And Peyton Rice just keeping the pressure on. He's a tremendous wrestler with a lot of ability. So it's Peyton Rice from Manson, 27-second pin over Matt Stump from St. Edmunds. And that'll give Manson the champion at 138. 145, it will be Evan Hansen from Exira Elkhorn Kilmer going against Connor Alney from Manson.
And Bill, before you break that one down here, Parker Poole from Denison just took home 3rd place at 126 pounds.
Okay, and this will be Hansen, who got here with 2 tech falls, 21-6 and 19-3. Alney from Manson had a bye and a 6-0 decision over Summerlot from Pocahontas. So right away it's Hansen in on a leg, but Alney grabs it around the knee, trying to stop that. Whether Hansen can get around behind. There's the 2, hooks up the ankle. So it's a takedown and 2-0 lead for Evan Hansen. Again, I believe he's another state qualifier, so some pretty good wrestlers here going in some of these middleweights. Hansen using that far ankle with the near side. He's got a chicken wing in. Trying to put the pressure on Hansen, gets him his hips down. If he can get his hips down to that far wrist, then he can run the head. He doesn't have the hips down. He's trying to run it anyway. Now he's got the hips down. He's running ahead, and now he's going to get some back points. Got both of them hooked up. So it's whether he can keep him there. He's got 3 back points coming when they get out of this, but it's whether he can get a fall. Switching off to a near side cradle. Keep the pressure on Olney from Manson. Got it hooked up, head and a hip. Now he's trying to just muscle him over and going to give himself a little trouble. Loses the cradle, but he's still got the leg and trying to follow around the backside. But Olney's going to keep trying to come around. So they're kind of chasing each other around the mat right now. Olney comes back to the front, grabs the head, and Hansen gets his hips through. Now he needs to work up. Olney comes to his feet, trying to work on the hands, gets his escape. So with 16 seconds left here in the first period, we got a 5-1 match. Hansen from Elkhorn Kimballton over Olney from Manson. They're going to go out of bounds with 3 seconds left. First period here in the 145-pound championship match. Olney went down low. Hansen came around behind, but not enough time to get a takedown here. It's going to be Olney's choice. He's going to defer. Hansen looks like he's going to go down. Try to score some points from out underneath. With a 5-1 lead here at the start of the second period. Olney ties up that near arm on the right side. Trying to keep Hansen flat. Couldn't get the chicken wing in. Hansen works up, tries to sit into a little bit of a switch. Have to pop out. Hansen comes back around behind, try to slide a leg in. But Hansen's caught that leg. So he's going to keep some pressure on, lifting that leg up. Hansen keeps working to the top. Olney was finally able to get Hansen where his back was exposed. Got a 1 count, but no back points. So no score in that. Olney's got Hansen's leg pretty well pinned to the front. Official's going to stop and save any injury to a knee.
And Bill at 138 pounds, it was a Jeffrey Jovell of Denison defeating Trey Jorgensen from Kemper for 5th place.
We're back here, just started, 1:15 left in the second period with Evan Hansen leading 5-0. Again, Aldi puts those legs in, and Hansen was able to catch a leg and move around. Now he's got him in position to try and get a reversal there. He's still got a little bit of a leg hook. There's a reversal. Now we're getting some back points. So Hansen got the pressure on there, trying to hook up the cradle and catch that near side leg and walk it up. Still got the cradle hooked up. .30 seconds left here in the second period. Still got the cradle hooked. Still got a couple back points coming whenever he breaks this. It's 7-1 now. Can't quite get him over. Can't get the leg hook. Still working on that near side cradle. Only doing a good job of staying out of that. Not letting him get him over. Hansen's finally got around to that leg, going to be able to walk it up, and that's the end of the period. That wouldn't have lasted much longer if he'd done it a little earlier. So end of 3 periods, it's 9-1 with Eric Hansen, Elkhorn and Kimballton, Zaire Elkhorn and Kimballton leading Connor Olney from Manson, 9-1. They're going to go neutral here to start the third. Olney a little bit taller, wanted to get into a tie situation. Right away, Hansen snaps the head down. They're going to go out of bounds. Hansen would like to be a little bit freer the way it looks. Nice, keep pressure on the head. Here comes Hansen in on the leg. Olney sprawls out, gets Hansen sprawled down. And Olney's in behind. trying to hook up a cradle. I think he's going to have two. There's the two. So that makes it 9-3. But Hansen's got that leg lifted. He's trying to step over. He can work his way around. Got the leg out from underneath. Now if he can step over. Only trying to do a tilt. So both wrestlers in a situation where they're trying to improve themselves. Pretty soon we may end up with a stalemate. Now they're working up. Only still got that foot clear out in front. Now he's going to work up, get to his hip. Hansen keeps a hold of that ankle. Now he gets his hips up. A little bit unorthodox here, but they're both wrestlers going hard, trying to keep control. Hansen switched directions, pops the hips out, so he gets two reversal to make it 11-3. Olney pops out, but Hansen keeps the pressure, pushing him down. Sit out, comes around behind. And Olney keeps doing those pop-outs and turning hard. Almost to one. Now he comes up over the top. 13 seconds left here in the match. 11-3 score. They're calling stalling on Hansen with 2 seconds left. Trying to content to stay where he was at and end up the match right there. Another sit out, going to follow around. That's the end of the match, and it's Evan Hansen from Exira Elkhorn Kimballton defeating Connor Olney from Manson for the championship at 145 by a score of 11-3.
Bill, our championship matches right now moving much faster than the rest of the field here today.
Well, we're halfway through, I think. I think that's 7 out of the 14.
Ethan Trump from Guthrie Center just picking up a win here against Brady Bender. He wins it by fall in the 5th place match.
So we're going now to the championship at 152. Teddy Harvey, part of a wrestling family for years up at St. Edmunds.
Very familiar name.
Against Tyler Hubrick from Pocahontas area. Harvey pinned his way to the finals where Hubrick got a 4-2 win over Adam Sharpenkamp from Kemper in the semis. So a little different way here. Harvey right into the leg, picks it up, switches to 2, gets his takedown, puts a leg in. He's going to get the pressure on right away. Trying to hook up a cradle, can't quite get everything together.
Guthrie Center picking up another 3rd place finish as Kyle Schaflant ends up beating Ben Pauley from Carroll at 132 pounds.
Again, Harvey's keeping the pressure on Hubrick here. 2-0 match, but Harvey definitely in control. Riding with a tight waist on the left. Now Hubrick gets to his feet, tries to spin around, but Harvey comes right around behind. Now he's got a chicken wing in on the right side. Starting to work the legs around. Now he's got 2-on-1 with that chicken wing. See if he tries to put some pressure on with a tilt, or he's going to try and tilt him to the near side. Not quite getting him over. Still keeps the chicken wing. Tried to go to a half. Now he's going to try and change the chicken wing up a little. No, it's going to stay with the chicken wing. Jim Brook, the official, is going to stop it. Got a blood time. And it's Hubrick with a bloody nose. So we got a little bit of time here as they get that stopped and plugged up. Okay, we got the blood time stopped, and it's Hubrick going back down. 30 seconds left here in the 1st period with Teddy Harvey leading from St. Edmunds by a score of 2-0. Hubrick starts to come up. Harvey chops that near arm. Now he's got a bar arm on the right side. Nope, he lost it. Harvey trying to keep pressure on. He's definitely keeping pressure on the hips, not letting Hubrick get up at all. We got 10 seconds left here in the 1st period. And that's the end of the first with Teddy Harvey from St. Edmunds leading Tyler Hubrick from Pocahontas by a 2-0 score here in the 152-pound championship.
Bill, you imagine these two guys probably know each other a little bit, I imagine?
I would imagine they're up in that same area, and I probably have seen each other a time or two already. And, you go back over the last 2-3 years probably several times. But Halbrecht took down. Harvey right away was able to get a leg in and get a tilt here. He's got at least 3 points coming. He can tighten her up. Got that cross face in pretty good. There comes the 3 back points, which makes it now 5-0. And Harvey's keeping that pressure on. And looks like we got more blood time coming. Nope. Okay, there's 1 point. Harvey coming across the nose of Hubrick. That'll make it 5-1. So that might be why Hubrick's nose is bleeding as bad as it is. Okay, we got minute 38 left here in the second period with Teddy Harvey St. Edmunds leading Tyler Hubrick from Pocahontas by a 5-1 score. Hubrick gets to his feet, now back down. Harvey trying to keep control of that right leg a lot. Keeping the pressure on, bringing it up forward, not letting Hubrick get to do what he wants. Got that arm tied, trying a little bit of a 2-on-1 tilt. That's 2-on-1 go, switches over to a bar. Keeping that bar pretty tight. Got a minute left here in the second period. Switches the bar to a chicken wing. Still trying to keep that pressure on, trying to tilt near side. Had him go all the way through. And now maybe able to tilt him got the other way.
Tabor Anderson just picking up a win by fall in the 5th place match. Defeated Matt Lentz from Pocahontas.
Again, Harvey now has got that chicken wing, walks it all the way around the head. It's got a stack, and there's a fall. 3 minutes and 29 seconds into the match, and it's Teddy Harvey from St. Edmunds getting the fall over Tyler Hubrick from Pocahontas.
Did you say 3:29, Bill?
3:29.
Right, thank you.
So that gets St. Edmunds another...
That's their 3rd championship?
3rd championship, and I think 2 falls and an 8-pointer, so that gives them a few extra points as well. So it'll be tough for Manson or anybody else to catch them. Okay, we're up to 160. Dakota Collins from Denison pinned his way to the finals. Came from the number 4 seed, pinning Kobe Hilgenberg from Kemper in the semis, and it's Lucas Dolder from Manson. Had a fall in the first round and a 9-3 decision over Tyler Jensen from Carroll High in the semifinals.
Well, that matchup with Dakota Collins and Kobe Hilgenberg earlier, Bill, was an outstanding match. Really went back and forth before Collins able to get that win by fall.
Yes. And so here we are, both wrestlers into a tie. Collins tried to snap by. And actually Jensen upset the number 2 seed in the semifinals as well. So we got the number 3 and number 4 seeds here in the finals. Number 1 and 2 will meet in the 3rd place match.
We could have an outstanding 3rd place match in
yes.
this one here.
So it's Dolder from Manson. Or excuse me, Manson is the number 2. I screwed that up. He's got to try to go through with a backside roll and loses the hands. And it's Collins from Denison breaking it to get the takedown. A reversal, so we have a 2-2 match. Collins picks up that right leg high in the air, trying to walk him back to the middle of the match, tries to trip the far one. And it's Dolder from Manson trying to get himself out of bounds.
Bill, while we have a second here, we have a victory here from Jimmy Averill from St. Edmunds at 170 pounds. He takes 5th place, winning by fall over Isaac Anderson of Kemper.
Good. We're at 35 seconds left here in the first period with a 2-2 match. And it's Collins picking up that right leg again, trying to pull Lucas Dolder back to the middle of the mat. And now he's got to get him tripped down. Can't just sit there and hold it. There he lifts it, gets him to the mat, broken down. 20 seconds left. 2-2 here in the first period. Dolder working his way to his feet. Collins just follows around. 8 seconds left. 2-2 match. We're having a good one down here at 160.
Sam Castle from Carroll just picks up a 14-11 victory at 138 pounds. He will finish up in third place here today, knocking off Kyler Lyon from Pocahontas area.
And we're starting here with 6-7 seconds left here in the first period, 2-2 match. Dolder gets back to his feet. Collins picked him back down to the mat. And that's going to be the end of the first period. And I see that orange singlet, and I kept thinking it was Jensen, but it's not. It's Colder from Manson. And it's going to be Collins going down here to start the second period. A little bit of a sit out, a follow. Collins started to stand up. Looks like Dolder trying to work through for a ball and chain with a chicken wing hook. Tries to turn, a little bit dangerous there, almost got carried away. Now he's going to get one kilt count, and Collins going to work his way out of there. There's a couple little bulls here. Collins trying to work in. Who's going to have the strength to finish that one? Now it's Dolder coming around behind. Collins trying to spin out the opposite direction. Now Dolder sits in, hooks a leg up, trying to do a tilt. There's two reversal, but now it's Dolder coming right out behind him and getting two back. And he's going to pop down to his hips. The hands are locked, so if Collins can get something else with this, he'll get a chance to finish it. And if not, they'll stop it and give him the 1 point. Well, they didn't stop it. He signaled that her hands locked. Evidently, I missed that call. I thought he showed my hands locked.
It looked like it to me too, Bill. I was watching at that time, and I thought for sure that he gave the hands locked call.
But it's 4-4, 46 seconds left here in the second period with Collins down, Dolder on top from Manson. Does a Granby roll. Again, Collins is not the most orthodox wrestler. He gets himself in a lot of positions that are not normal. And I don't know that he knows where he's at all the time, but he comes out of them in decent shape most of the time. Yeah, we're going to have a stalemate here. If you tried to get into that position, it would never happen. 24 seconds left here in the second period, still with Collins down and Dolder on top. 4-4 score. Collins tries to come to his feet right away, right back down to the mat. Now he's got the outside leg up. But Dolder's got that post arm on the right side. Down to 10 seconds here in the second period. Almost put himself on his back he got one count, but then rolled off. And that's going to be the end of the second period with a 4-4 score with Dakota Collins of Denison and Lucas Dolder from Manson. So it's going to be Dolder's choice. He's going to go down to the bottom and try and get a score here. And right away, Collins is going to give him the escape before they start. So it'll be 5-4. Collins feels more comfortable on his feet. Give himself a little more time for that takedown. Dolder tries to get in on that left leg a little bit. They're going to slide out of bounds. Minute 45 left here in the third period with Dolder up 5-4. And we've got a break here. Officials coming over. Not sure what this was about unless they're going back to that hands lock call. Now we're going to start again. Minute 35 left here in the third period. There's Collins trying to get in on that far leg. Comes back in, ties up. Dolder tries a little bit of a snap, drops a lower elevation, picks up that left leg, picks up the head. They're going to flip all the way through out of bounds. Dolder needed to keep his feet in. Sean Thompson, the official, just pointing to him that they went out of bounds before he came back in with control. Minute 15 left here in the third period. 5-4 score. Dolder over Collins. Collins with an overhook. There's Dolder switching back into that leg. Lifts. Collins tries to spin around. Now Dolder's going to get the 2 and some back points to go with it. It's got a nice deep half in there. There's the fall with 5:07. 5:07 is the fall. And it's Lucas Dolder from Manson with the fall over Dakota Collins from Denison for the 160-pound championship. Move up to 170. It's going to be Austin Labs from Guthrie Center. Pinned his way to the finals against David Olson from Pocahontas. Has 2 pins on his way to the finals. So again, hopefully a pretty good match here. This first Guthrie Center's first.
Yes.
Finalist.
And with the speed that the finals matches are going, we may be able to pick up some third place matches after the championship matches are over. We'll see how that plays out. We are still at 145 pounds right now in the third place matches, Bill.
Watching down here below it, it's Seth Gay that just got a takedown, and he's got some back points and got a guy in trouble to end a period. I'm not sure what the score is.
He was trailing, I know that much. I don't know exactly what the score was, but he had been trailing.
It started the 170 match with Austin Labs, Guthrie Center, and David Olson from Pocahontas. Oh, we got a finger in the eye. They're going to take just a second. Guthrie Center and Pocahontas here in the 170-pound championship. It's Labs going into the shot. He's back out, keeps the arm hook. Staying there in a good Kelly position. Keeping that elbow tight. And it's Olson from Pocahontas trying to get that lock in there. Tried to snap him by, and it's Labs sliding in, but they're going to go out of bounds. Go back to middle, minute 23, no score here yet.
Third place, 152,
Daniel Summerlot just picks up a win by fall in the third place match at 145. He defeated Chase Craven from St. Edmunds.
Okay, 170 here with no score. Minute 1 left. Yeah, not a lot of action. Down to 45 seconds. There's a headlock by Olson. And Lob's trying to roll him through, and he's going to get the roll through. Going to get the takedown. Now he's got some back points to go with it. And it's tight. Still got 30 seconds left here, and there's the fall. So it'll be a 1:29-second fall by Austin Lobs from Guthrie Center over David Olson from Pocahontas.
Let's get you set up for the 182-pound championship here real quick. It'll be Dylan Nelson from St. Edmunds taking on Nathan Kruger from Manson at Northwest Webster. Nelson advanced in with a bye in the opening round and a win in a minute or two of pin of Jose Zambrano of Carroll in the semifinals. Kruger also with a bye in the opening round. Ended up winning his second round up matchup over at Tyler Case of Pocahontas, winning that one by a final of 11-6. So again, Dylan Nelson from St. Edmunds against Nathan Kruger from Manson Northwest Webster in your championship match here at 182 pounds. We do have a winner over here at 195 pounds in the 5th place matchup. It was Seth Galing from Kemper picking up a win by fall. He will finish in 5th place, defeating Tanner Peterson from Manson Northwest Webster.
Okay, here we go, 182, the championship. And again, it's Nelson from St. Edmunds against Kruger from Manson. And it's Nelson right into the lower legs, catches a leg, and it catches the half on the way down to the mat. So he's got a fall type action here quick if he can sync that up. He's going to get at least 3. Looks like Kruger's going to get himself back to his base to make it a 5-0 match. There he's in a tilt. So he's going to get at least 3 more. So that makes it, well, he hasn't awarded him yet. Now he's into a bar. There's 8-0 with a bar on the right side. He's going to pull it off with the ankle hook, the knee going a little bit to the wrong side. Official taking no chances there. So we got 1:06 left here in the first period, and already an 8-0 lead for Dylan Nelson from St. Edmunds over Nathan Kruger from Manson.
Local matchup for 5th place right now at 220 pounds. Brent Warnemont from Carroll wrestling against John Seidel from Kemper. We'll update you when that one goes final.
And it was Kruger tried to do a step over. Nelson just grabbed an arm, got a tilt, going to get 3 more points out of there. And there the official awards him. So now it's 11-0, 48 seconds left here in the first period.
Dominating performance here in the finals right now, Bill.
And Nelson's just piling on points. He's got that near wrist tied up. Looks like he's trying to put that knee in, maybe try to go for another tilt. So he's done several tilts already. Now he comes back on the base, trying to work into a little more standard. There's a bar. What he's going to try to do with it. Kind of waiting for Kruger to bring the hips up a little bit. Down to 10 seconds left here in the first period. So Nelson's happy to be in the legs and kind of do a few tilts there. Just kind of waiting for the first period to end. So that's the end of the first period with Dylan Nelson, St. Edmunds, leading Nathan Kruger from Manson by 11-0 score. And it's going to be Nelson's choice. It looks like he's going to take down. Right away, he steps out, gets there. He's got him on his back, so this match is going to be over either by near fall or fall. That's going to be enough points to put it as a technical if he doesn't get the fall here. So Kruger trying to get that arm through, but Nelson's got both arms tied up pretty tight. There's the fall. 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Dylan Nelson from St. Edmunds over Nathan Kruger from Manson in the 182-pound championship here at the Tiger Night. At 195, we're going to have Trey Sander from Exira Elkhorn Kimballton against Cale Crowder from Guthrie Center. Both wrestlers pinned their way to the finals. They were the number 1 and number 2 seeds, so it should be a good match here at 195. Wrestler from St. Edmunds forgot to sign the bout sheet, so that's holding things up a little bit.
Tiger Night Invitational here at Kemper. Jeff Blankman and Bill Kane. Bill providing you the call here for us today. We appreciate Bill's help.
We've got 3 weights left here in the championship division, but they only have 52 on the 3rd place, and I think 220 here on the 5th place. So we're started here now at 195. Again, it's Trey Sander from Exira Elkhorn Kimballton against Cale Crowder from Guthrie Center. And I'm not sure if these two, I think they have seen each other, if I remember from the seating meeting. So could be interesting how they wrestle this out. Again, both wrestlers with great records, pinned their way to the finals. Sander keeping that inside position, forcing Guthrie Center more to the outside. There's a move, but it's on the edge of the mat, and they go out of bounds. So we'll start again with 1:31 left. And Sander trying to tie up her wrist a little bit. Now it's Crowder grabbing the wrist, so it's kind of back and forth there. Head ties, kind of jockeying for position. Sander tried to do a duck under on there. Just under a minute left here in the first period, no score. Again, out of bounds, no score. 37 seconds left here in the first period. Hasn't been a lot of shots, a little bit of time. There comes a shot by Crowder as he gets into the leg. And it's Sander getting a sprawl and forcing him out and spinning around for his 2 points. So it's Sander taking a 2-0 lead here. Puts a leg in, gets that far arm.
Bill, Skylar Mikulski from Manson Northwest Webster just took third place at 152 pounds, defeating Adam Scharfenkamp of Kemper.
Okay, well, back on championship mats, it's Sander in a tilt. He's got him back on his back, getting some back points here in the last few seconds. He's going to take a 5-0 lead going into that second period. So Trey Sander likes to ride with those legs, and he was able to get a tilt. And it's going to be Crowder's choice. He's going to defer to Sander, and Sander's going to go down. So we start second period with Sander up by a score of 5-0. There's our nice switch out right away. Rice reversal. Crowder comes up to his feet, and then Sander breaks him right back down. And Sander's tying up that left arm. Riding on that ankle over there a little bit. Now he's got the leg in. Crowder grabs that head, and he just rolls him right on through to the back. That's not something you want to do when a guy's got the leg in, is grab the head. And he's going to get 3 more here. There's 3 more to make it 10-0. And he's got him hooked up again and going back. So he's piling up the points right now. Going to have it at least 13 if he doesn't get the fall here, and he's got it pretty tight.
A lot of time left to build, minute 15.
And he's going to roll him through, so it's going to be 13-0. 1 more tilt, and this one will be over. So Sanders really starting to pile up the points in a hurry. Tying up that near arm on the left side. Sander getting a little upset. There's a tilt. Evidently they're just out of bounds, and he's not getting back call. So he's got to slide his hips in a little bit to get the back points. Now he swings the hips around. But again, they're right on that edge. It's going to be tough to get back points. Now the official's going to stop it and pull him back to the middle. 13-0 with 30 seconds left here in the second period. Sander telling the official he had a hold of his little finger, so he wasn't very happy. And now it's Crowder down.
We've got another Carroll and Kemper matchup real quick here going for third place right now at 160. Tyler Jensen and Colby Hilgenberg. We'll update you on that one.
Okay, it's Sander on top down here with a 13-0 lead. Crowder's got a hold of the leg, but then loses it. Now he goes right back into the leg, puts it on. There's a tilt. There's at least a 2 count. This one's going to be over by the end of this period, either a fall or a technical fall. And there's the end of the period. And he's going to get 3 more to win by a score of 16-0 by technical fall. Trey Sander, Xira Elkhorn Kimbleton over Cale Crowder from Guthrie Center at 195.
And Bill at 220 pounds. It was Brent Wardemont from Carroll taking 5th place. He defeated John Seidel from Kemper.
Okay, here at 220 championship, it's another Harvey. This one's Vinny Harvey from St. Edmunds. Pinned his way to the finals against Cody Kane from Guthrie Center, who upset the number 2 seed in the semis 5-3. So again, it's Guthrie Center against St. Edmunds. These two probably have not seen each other this year. We're getting into some of the bigger boys here. Here comes Harvey right into a leg and pulls him around. Got him on his back. Going to have at least 3 back points to go right away with that 2-point takedown.
Hilgenberg on top of Jensen for third place at 162-0.
We've got a minute 35 left. Harvey's going to let him off his back, trying to push him away to get an escape, but Kane not real quick to come back up. There he does. Now it's 5-1. There's Harvey right back into the leg, dumps him down. Going to get a takedown, make it 7-1. He's going to do it again. He's going to push him off, let him go.
And Bill Kendall Barrett from Dennis at Schleswig just pinning Kaylin Burbank from St. Edmunds taking 5th place at the heavyweight division. So third place matches now will be on both mats 2 and 3.
So back over here, a minute 15 left in the first period. It's Harvey with a 7-2 lead. Got an overhook in, looking for maybe a throw a little bit. Kane got locked around the body and Harvey backs out of bounds. Back in the middle, minute 2 left here in the first period, 7-2 score. Harvey again working his way in. Tries to snap by, then back into the legs. Gonna get the takedowns, got that arm, gonna catch a half on the way. He's got him on his back, makes it 9-2. And he's got enough time. He's got 45 seconds left here in the first period. There's the fall, minute 20. It's Vinnie Harvey from St. Edmunds getting the fall over Cody Kane from Guthrie Center to win the 220-pound championship.
Still 4-0. Colby Hilgenberg on top of Tyler Jensen from Carroll in the third place match at 160. Minute 30 left in the third period there. At 170 pounds, it is Casey Howard of Carroll right now wrestling against Lei Rang, and Casey going to pick up the win by fall just as we speak. So Casey Howard will finish up in third place here today at 170 pounds.
Over here at heavyweight, we've got Dylan Suhr from Guthrie Center against Tim Butcher from Manson. This is the big boys. Suhr snaps in, picks up that left leg. He's going to try and step through. Now he lets the leg go, goes into a body lock behind him, but not able to get him down before they step out of bounds. So this is going to have some action to it. It may be a quick finish when you get there.
Tyler Jensen just countered and has got Colby Hilgenberg on his back over in the third place match. And Tyler Jensen will pick up the win by fall in the third place match at 160 pounds as he pins Colby Hilgenberg.
Back at the heavyweight match, still no score at the minute 20 left here in the first period. Suhr's got himself around behind, gets a lock, but it's whether he's going to be able to drop him backwards to the mat before they step out. And no, they're not. So minute 14 left here in the first period, still no score. Suhr looks to be a little bit of an advantage, but hasn't been able to score any points. There's Suhr trying to do the snapping by again, getting into position for takedowns, but they're right on the edge of the mat, so no points scored. Minute 3 left here in the first period. Down to 50 seconds left here in the first. There's Suhr, picks up that near leg. Now he lifts it up, drops him down. He's got him on his back. And this could be, it is, there it is. Minute 21, it's Dylan Suhr getting another championship here at Tiger Night from Guthrie Center over Tim Butcher from Manson.
And Bill, while we've got you here, we're not going to be able to see clock or score, but let's drop it down here. Carlos Zambrano from Carroll in action at 182 pounds, wrestling here for third place.
And he's got his opponent there,
Tyler Case from Pocahontas area.
And there's the fall.
So Zambrano will win by fall here today. Again, as he picks up a third place finish.
So we have Okay, we're at the 285-pound third place match. We've got Alex Brook from Kemper against Josh Dalston from Pocahontas. We've got the last 3 third place matches on the mat for this edition of the Tiger Night. So we got the big boys down here right in front of us. And it's Alex on his first day of competition this year. So far he's lost one but won a couple, so he's back in here. Keeping the pressure on, pushing Dalston around, spins around behind. For a big boy, Alex is pretty quick. He got down to the takedown, keeping that far arm tied up. Now he's got the cross face. Picking up the near leg, trying to get some pressure on. Not quite there, now comes the back points. Trying to work chest to chest, gets that up. Got an arm pinned in there pretty tight. There's the fall. Can't tell you the time, we can't see the clock, but it's Alex Brook coming up with a pin here early in the first period over Josh Dalston from Pocahontas to get third place for the Knights.
All right, Bill. Let's go ahead and recap here those championship matches, if you would here. Well, let's go ahead. We've got 2 more matches still going. Let's move over to the 220-pound match going on over on mat 1.
Okay, we've got Jeremy Watson from Pocahontas going against Cody Haas from Exira Elkhorn Kimballton. We have a 7-1 score. It looks like that would be Haas leading over Watson by a score of 7-1. They're back on their feet. That's the end of the first period.
Over on mat 2 right now, the other third place matchup has Joe Thompson from Denison Schleswig Wrestling, Jacob Salisbury from St. Edmunds, and right now it is Salisbury from St. Edmunds on top, 2-1, just into the second period.
Okay, back over here at 220. It was Haas starting down, got to his feet, no points yet. Now it's Watson kind of take control as they go out of bounds, so no change in points. We go back, minute 49 left here in the second period. Again, he tries maybe a little bit of a switch. Watson just kind of limp arms out and lets the pressure go, so there was no switch to be had. Now, got Haas trying to work his way up a little bit. Watson trying to get some rest. They get up to their feet. Watson tried to pull him back down and gets him there. We're down to a minute 15 left here in the second period with a 7-1 score. Not sure how the points were scored in that first period as we were watching another match, but since we've gotten here, there's been no score. And Haas is just underneath of Watson, and Watson just keeping the pressure on. Now Watson gets a little bit of a bar arm there. Haas comes up to his base. Lip arm out. 40 seconds left here in the second period. Looks like Watson kind of wants to put a leg in. Now he's got the leg in on that left side. Trying to work a little bit of a power half. Going to grab the head and try and pull him under. There's a stalling call on Haas. Looks like we're just going to end the second period at a 7-1 score.
5-3 right now, the lead for Jacob Salisbury in the third place match at 195 pounds. That one just ending the second period as well.
Okay, we're going to go to the third period here and going to go neutral. Maybe we'll see a few more points like they had in the first period. It's like Haas dropping down a little bit, but no advantage. There he goes down, back gets into that leg, a nice sprawl, but he's still got the leg, comes up. Trying to put the pressure on Haas. Haas trying to whip him all the way through and does. Looks like he's going to get a takedown. There's the takedown, but Watson's strong enough to pull him back through. Haas still in control. Official has not given it to. There's now the 2 back the other way, so now it's 9-3. Minute 18 left here in the third period. The other match now is 5-4.
Yep.
Got a bar arm here. Now the arm's out again. Not a whole lot of action.
Going to get a locked hand call on Joe Thompson from Dennis and Schleswig. That'll even it up at 5-5 over on mat number 2 with a minute 29 to go third period. As soon as this 220-pound match wraps up, we'll bring you over to the second mat.
Okay, it's now 10-3 as Haas got an escape, or Watson kind of let him up. 25 seconds left here in the third period. Haas is going to need, Watson's going to need a throw to his back to try and get back into this as he's down 7 with now 15 seconds left. Really not much more action. There's a shot. Got in there nice and tight. Going to finish it. No points given. He would have had a takedown with another second. So that one's going to end 10-3 with Cody Haas from Exira Elkhorn Kilton getting third place over Jeremy Watson from Pocahontas.
Let's move you over now to the final match of the day. Under a minute to go here. 6-5 is the lead right now.
With Salisbury up top.
Jacob Salisbury from St. Edmunds on top of Joe Thompson from Denison Schleswig and Bill right now. Salisbury on top of Thompson, literally.
And he just got another takedown, so to make it 8-5. 40 seconds left here in the third period.
So if St. Ed's didn't have the championship wrapped up, this third place finish could be enough to do it.
I think they're already there. Yeah, they've had enough big points in that championship round to, I think, distance themselves from anybody else. We're down to 20 seconds left here. 8-6 as Salisbury let Thompson go.
So we got him back into the middle here.
Thompson's got 19 seconds to get a takedown and tie this thing up. They forgot to start the clock, so we're still at 19 seconds. Well, they did take a couple off there at the end. I think I was the only one that noticed it to start with.
Yeah.
Now we're down to 15. There's a shot by Thompson. He's going to have to get his head out and finish it. We're down to 8 seconds. Salisbury's got a pretty good sprawl in there. Got an ankle, so he's in pretty good shape. As time counts out, it's going to be Jacob Salisbury from St. Edmunds defeating Joe Thompson from Denison at 195 for third place by a score of 8-6.
And Bill, let's go back through those championship matches here real quick. We'll just give everybody the scores. We'll highlight a little bit the Carroll and Kemper matchups. It was Ryan Saslat from St. Edmunds winning at 102 pounds or 106 pounds, 11-2. Those are over Joseph Rogers of Denison Schleswig at 113 pounds. Caden McClintock from St. Edmunds picks up a 13-6 victory over Austin Malloy of Exira Elkhorn Gimbleton at 120 pounds. Our first local wrestler, Justin Coltved, wins in 19 seconds by fall over at Lane Rummelhart of Guthrie Center. And I tell you what, Bill, you said you hadn't seen him wrestle yet.
I didn't see him much, but he looked pretty physical.
But he looks like a physical kid, does he not?
He does.
We'll move on now to 126-pound. Alex Schmitz picks up a 4-0 victory for Kemper in that championship match over Nick Johnson from St. Edmunds. Good, solid match that time for Alex.
Alex was in charge the whole match. He was never in trouble. I mean, he got the takedown early, got the reversal right away. Just couldn't turn him, but rode him hard for 6 minutes, basically.
Absolutely. We'll move on to 132 pounds. Jared Ascheid from Kemper picks up a win by fall to the 228 mark over Jordan Rosenboom from Manson Northwest Webster.
And Jared had a lot of points. I mean, he was definitely controlling that one. it wasn't going to go much further than Tech Falls. So, he did get a very nice win there.
Peyton Rice from Manson Northwest Webster picks up another championship here at the Tiger Knight at 138 pounds, winning by fall in 27 seconds over Matt Stump from St. Edmunds. At 145 pounds, it was Evan Hansen from Exire Elkhorn Kimballton winning 11-3 over Connor Aldney from Northwest Webster. At 152 pounds, Teddy Harvey from St. Edmunds picks up a win by fall at the 329 mark over Tyler Hubrick from Pocahontas area. At 160 pounds, Lucas Dodler from Northwest Webster wins by fall at the 507 mark over Dakota Collins from Denison Schleswig. At 170 pounds, it was Austin Lambs from Guthrie Center winning by fall in 29 seconds, a minute 29 over David Olson of Pocahontas area. At 182 pounds, Dylan Nelson from St. Edmunds wins by fall at the 218 mark over Nathan Kruger from Manson Northwest Webster. At 195 pounds, a dominant match for Trey Zander is from Elkhorn Kimballton as he wins 16-0 over Cale Crowder from Guthrie Center. At 220 pounds, Vinnie Harvey from St. Edmunds picks up a win by fall in the championship match over Cody Kane from Guthrie Center at the 120 mark. And in a minute 21 in the championship match, Dylan Zur from Guthrie Center pins Tim Butcher from Manson Northwest Webster. Bill, I want to appreciate you coming up and helping us. What a quick and fun day it was out here at the Tiger Knight Invitational.
Yeah, I'd like to see some better matches in the finals, but we had some dominant kids, and they just took charge of their matches. So, it was a good day. It was a quick day. So.
Absolutely. Very quick day. We appreciate you joining us here on CBTV.